Hey babes, jumping right into this freaking video. You guys know I am teaming up with Myfirstwig to bring you another one of their beginner friendly lace wigs. This is the transparent lace, 6-inch deep parting. There are combs throughout the entire unit. You have an elastic band. This is one of those real protective style type unit. You don't have to pay anybody a lot of money to glue it down for you, customize it, none of that. The knots already come pre-bleached, the hair comes pre-curled, and you could probably use a trim around the bottom, which I will do for you guys. But just to kind of get into this, once you open up your box, of course you're going to have the wig. It's going to come with a wig bag, which is really cute and handy. It'll come with a couple of goodies like combs, clips, things like that. You'll have instructions on how to wash, care for the wig. You'll also have a wig cap if that's something you need, and then of course the details just to remind you what you bought. So here is me, right? Here's me, here I am, here she is. If you guys are not already a part of Sunflower Gang, definitely make sure to subscribe. Now is a good time to do that. If you guys are not familiar with what it is I'm putting in my hair, I'm actually using the Grow Baby Grow. This is their, okay, pause. Nope, we're not even gonna do this right now. No, this is their hair growth oil. All those details will be listed in my description box. This is actually the oil that I use to grow out the nape of my neck, but that's for another video. So this is just a look at the wig. So of course this baby is laid down, slayed down, and if you guys are not already following me on Instagram, definitely make sure to do that because I show you kind of a lot of the behind the scenes stuff for what I do for YouTube, so you definitely don't want to miss that. And then of course on the inside of the wig it does have that adjustable band, which is more like a draw strap, and then it also has the actual wig cap adjustable straps as well. So it's like double the protection, plus you have the combs. I never use the combs just because the wig fits so snug. It's kind of like, well, I'm not going to disrupt my braids trying to do that. So you guys have seen me install wigs 1,000,001 times, but if you are new here, this is a whole nother experience, right? So nevertheless, you guys know I like to already kind of have my unit styled before I put them on my head. That way, literally all that I'm doing is kind of just putting it on and go. Well, in this tutorial, what I'm going to be doing is actually layering up some of the hair for you guys and curling it, which that's something I never do. It's just kind of like, I wanted to see how long these curls would actually last. I still have the unit. This is now like 4 days later and the curls are still there. Mind you, this is the unit basically fresh out of the packaging. I didn't wash it or anything like that. I lightly went back over I guess some of the actual hairline areas to kind of thin it out just a little bit more, but that is it. And you guys can see the curls are still there. So of course I already laid this down with some mousse, so I'm just going through with my hot comb to pretty much continue to lay that down and get it as flat as possible. I did actually take a little bit of concealer just because I really wanted to pop out that part. I don't think I used concealer. I think I used foundation. I don't ever like to do this, but in this case it was just kind of like, what's the fastest way to get a illusion of your real part, and that was the solution. So I'm going through with some of my camera flat iron spray just to kind of lay everything down even further. And then of course, if you guys kind of missed that part where I cut around the ears, it's really simple. Clip the hair back and cut. That's literally all that you do. And you guys can see how transparent the lace is. It looks closer to like a light brown, but I think that is just because it's close against my skin. So the lace on this was extremely thin. And I can definitely tell that this wig was going to last me a while. A lot of times when you get Swiss lace or any type of HD lace, you can definitely see how easy it frays, and that's because the lace is super duper thin. Ideally, that's what you're going to want for a unit like this, but you also don't want to pay a lot of money and then your wig doesn't last, right? So in this case, I did notice that the lace was thin, it was transparent, but it was also durable. I'm not seeing it kind of fray up the exact same way, which could mean it's a different version of, I guess, the transparent lace, but it does the job. And they have really great prices on their units. And I will also link any coupon codes or any special promotions that they provide me to you as well. And so in my process of kind of like I guess adjusting the wig, of course I cut some baby hair just a little bit in the front, just because that's how I like to wear my wigs. Every now and then you guys will see I'll kind of style it up without using I guess this little process, but it just depends on what it is I'm going through. So for the most part, we are pretty much done here. I'm just going to finish touching up these little baby hairs and I will be right back. Alright, Alright, so again, taking some of my camera thermal spray just to make sure we have all those flyaways down, and I'm kind of using that as like a holding spray, almost a really light holding spray, just to make sure that everything stays in place. And then I'm going to be using my black foam wraps just to lay everything down. If you want to use a satin scarf, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. These wraps I got it in a beauty supply store. Don't feel obligated to go and search for them. Literally a nice little scarf will do just the job. Just tie it right around your edges, lay it down. You don't even have to blow dry it. If you want to do your makeup and come back to it, you'll be fine by then. Alright, so now it's the time I'm going to go ahead and pretty much layer up my hair. I pretty much just split it into two because I wanted to make this a little bit easier for you guys to kind of follow. So after splitting it into two sections, I now split it into four sections. The front two sections pretty much being right in front of my ear. If you are a beginner, I definitely recommend using a razor comb for this because you don't want to chop up the hair. And the razor comb kind of prevents you from really being able to deep cut into the unit. So it's kind of like a safe way to kind of thin out your units and also kind of layer them up as well. This part I really can't explain. I'm doing a lot of just kind of sectioning off and literally going layer by layer and cutting in a downward motion. So I'll continue to do that all throughout my head, and then I'll kind of go through, curl it up, and you guys will get the final results. Alright, so once you have all the curls pretty much in your head, I'm literally just pulling my hair back from this point because I had to go do my makeup. If you guys missed that video, definitely make sure to check it out. It's a quick 10-minute makeup tutorial. Not even really tutorial, just kind of like a 10-minute makeup challenge. And I just recently got on TikTok, so definitely make sure to follow me there so that you guys can see when I post little silly everyday stuff, and also Instagram as well so you can catch those behind the scenes clips. And now that I've taken off the wrap, makeup is done and hair is pretty much laid. We're just gonna go ahead and kind of lightly brush out the baby hair, make sure nothing is like hard or crusty. And then now was a good time for you to go ahead and pull apart the curls. They kind of had time to kind of sit up and not drop so fast. So you just want to take a big paddle brush, take a little bit of light oil on your hands. I think I was using my Skinny by Paul Mitchell, and I'm literally just gonna go through the hair, kind of brush it back, brush it forward, and just kind of play with the curls until you get something that you like. So this is pretty much it for this tutorial, you guys. I definitely hope you enjoyed it. Leave any comments or questions down below. Of course, if you have not already, click the subscribe button, comment down below. Sunflower gang, I love you guys so much. Stay pretty, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, babies.